What's going on, everyone? It's my back again. Match reaction. It's Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0. Thank you ever so much for tuning into the watch along tonight. It was a game that was infuriating for several reasons. Firstly, Everton. Let's put the blame on us for a second. We couldn't put the ball in the net. I mean, you can only win games of football if you can put balls in the net. Danjuma had a couple of chances. McNeil had a chance. Jack Harrison had a chance. James Garner had a chance. Anana had a header. Calvert-Lewin. If you're only going to win games of football if you can score a goal, and today at times, the attacking play, certainly in the first half, the first 20 minutes was great. Picking up the ball, Danjuma looked a threat. He was beating people left, right, and centre. Balls were being delivered into the box, and we don't have enough numbers following up. We don't have enough people getting into the box and making themselves big and making themselves, a problem, a nuisance in the box, and we're just not doing that enough. And throughout the game today, I sat there at times and just thought, if there was just a player that had that little bit of, motion, that little bit of dynamism to get into them areas, get into the box. A Decore, for example, you see a different game, and yeah, I mean, it was poor from that sense. But Everton didn't play badly, and from a defensive perspective, we did all right. Crystal Palace didn't look great, if I'm being honest to them. Michael Elise has a big miss for them, but Eze still played, and we kept him relatively quiet. He got a yellow card very early for simulation. Mateta caused us problems. I think Tarkowski looked like he was running in treacle at times, and I think it's probably fair to say that the Everton players need a break. They need a break. They've played a lot of games in a short period of time. The squad depth is clearly not there, and it clearly is that these players are dead on their feet. McNeil goes off with what looks a bad injury, so love to him. His partner put out a post that he's been brilliant and he's supported her, and it's such a shame that something quite innocuous. I can't even say the word. Is he either twists his ankle or he twists his knee or whatever he does? It doesn't look great, and it looks like he's going to be out for a while. So look, Danjuma's going to be playing games of football. It also gives Lewis Dobbin a chance, but yeah, I thought it was rough at times tonight. I also thought as well, the lack of substitutions from Dyche. Yes, again. I mean, we can sit here and talk about it as much as we want, but the simple fact of the matter is, for probably from 60 minutes onwards, I was calling for subs, and he didn't make them. I was calling for DCL to come off. I was calling for players like Lewis Dobbin to come on. It just didn't do it. It just doesn't do the subs, and I don't get it. I don't understand. And yeah, I don't have anything positive to say when Dyche frustrates me at times. There's no doubt he's got us solid at the back, and it's another clean sheet. And if he had better players up front, we probably would score goals. But there's no real excuse not making substitutions in games like that. When there's 11 men on the pitch, a little bit of pace with a Lewis Dobbin or even a Chimiti, or bringing Beto on earlier. All of these things are positive, and he doesn't do it. He doesn't be proactive with his substitutions. It's very reactive, and it frustrates the life out of me, to be honest. So that again, I thought was a bad call. I was happy with the team. That played. Seamus Coleman starts for me at the weekend. I thought he did a really good job. He was a leader. He was a captain. We'll talk about the red card. It's not a red card. I mean, I haven't seen replays of it apart from the odd few that they showed on telly, and I can't see how it's a red card. I'm not saying he doesn't clip him, but there's literally no force whatsoever, and yet literally 10-15 minutes later, you've got Anderson wrapping his arms around Beto, and Beto gets nothing. I just think it's a joke. The Premier League and the FA and the football associations, they don't hide it anymore. The PGML do not like Everton, and they're not hiding it. It is blatant. It is a joke. I'm not happy, and I'm angry about it. I'm angry about it because I give up. In a game like this, where, if I'm being truthful, I wasn't massively fussed if we lost tonight. And I'm not saying I don't want Everton to win every game, because I do. But I want us to be a Premier League team. Luton are playing really well. We've been on a bad run, so let's go and get some results. And just, I just don't, I just don't, I just don't see. I don't see how they. I don't see how they see things that we don't. I just can't stand it. It's just, it is nowhere near a penalty. I'm just watching it back now. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. So Calvert-Lewin, who should have been subbed off 15 minutes before, gets a red card. Everton are still the better team. Everton are still creating chances. They're still creating opportunities. Um, there was an opportunity at the end where I think Jana puts it over the bar. Jack Harrison hits a volley over the bar, sticks it over the moon. Um, yeah, I'm just disappointed. You can clearly see that. Um, Man of the match, I'll go for Branthwaite again. Again, Mr. Consistent. No, do you know what? I could give it for Virginia, actually, because the times when he was called into action, he did make saves. There was a bit of a scare at the start of the game, but he was there. He did what he needed to do, and I can't fault him for that. So yeah, I'm more than happy with that. I'll give Virginia the man of the match. There will be a full debrief tomorrow, because at the minute you can clearly see I am raging. Like, I can't. I've just lost the love of football. I've lost the love of football. I just can't believe that you can clip someone, and I mean it's like that. You can clip someone like that, and you're getting a red card for that in football these days. You know, Sunday League, there'd be no players left on the pitch. I mean, this is where we've got to. This is where we've got to. You're hearing games like rugby and other sports where, at the elite level, they're trying to make it where it's not as aggressive in the tiers down. But in the Premier, in football, the most aggressive tier is the bottom, and then it just goes up into this tier where you can't blow on someone and they'll fall over, and that's a red card. I mean, it's a joke. And then Everton don't get decisions. How is that not a penalty on Beto? But Kulinevski's on, I think it was the Brighton player of the weekend, that's given. And the same thing happened to Anana, and it wasn't given. It's just so blatant. So yeah, I've had enough. I'm winding myself up. Guys, love you long time. Thank you for the support on the watch along, and I'll see you soon.